Hey guys, it's Damien with the 260 Show. I'm here at the Memorial Coliseum for the Rod and Custom Show this year. I got Dusty here with Dusty's Rod Run 2025 is coming up May 17th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the DeKalb Outdoor Theater this year. Dusty, how did you get into building this ride?
My dad was a hot rodder and a motorcyclist, and I built custom motorcycles for a number of years and decided to start building some hot rods. So this is what I come up with. I generally try and strive for something that's a little bit different. I don't like the ordinary. Some people like shiny paint.
Yeah.
I like the old
ratty
looking stuff. Yeah, and this, I mean, I completely built this from the frame up. I had the motor, transmission, and rear end, and I found an old Volkswagen body and just built everything around that. And this is what I wound up with.
What kind of motor is that?
It's actually a 440 Chrysler out of an old Dodge motorhome.
Okay.
And then that intake is what they call a long ram. Chrysler made 3 different versions of that in the mid to late 60s, just so they could run them in NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
They only made 1,100 cars that had that intake on it. So that's...
How'd you find that intake?
Internet. Thank God for the internet. Yeah.
Really? And another thing that I wanted to say is this year, the car show, all the profits is going to donate towards the honor flight for the veterans going flying.
Yeah, they fly 68 veterans to DC and show them the wall and a couple of different museums and everything else. And right now they're just about done with all the Vietnam era vets.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting a little bit older, you know, and they're not as many around.
They deserve to go check it out.
They didn't get a very warm welcome when they come home from Nam, so that's my way of saying I give back to the veterans.
Yeah.
And when they've exhausted all that, then they're going into like the Desert Storm and them guys too. So,
well, I definitely want to be there. Then we'll come and support, and should be pretty fun. I always love that the outdoor theater there. It's always a good car show.
Yes. I have I've got several food vendors that show up. I've got a DJ. We give away raffles and door prizes, and
we'll take a picture of this and show everybody.
Yeah.
And
say it's for the honor flight in Northeast Indiana, and then I'm also an animal person. So I found a place in Waterloo, Indiana. It's called Canine Haven Rescue. They rescue dogs out of kill shelters all over the country.
Okay.
So I donate to them to help cover their expenses for that too.
That's awesome. Well, how do you like the show so far here this year?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just,
were you here last year?
I didn't have the car done, but I came and walked through. Yeah, and Mark Mendenhall, the promoter, he's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, he's over there right now.
I'm really glad to see it come back. In fact, the last show they had here in 1993, I had a custom motorcycle in it, and I've still got trophies at home from that show. So it's kind of neat that it comes back.
Right. And another thing for your show is you make your custom trophies and all that, and we'll show that. That's pretty cool.
And then a friend of mine, Corey Gale, he owns Flaming Eye Design. He's the one, I build them, and he does all the lettering and everything on them.
Right.
Yeah, and they're all made out of car parts, motorcycle parts, semi parts, whatever.
Yeah. Well, yesterday we were just taking a walk through, looking, and I figured I saw this. My brother had a bunch of bugs and all that, and I really like your car.
You're not gonna find too many Volkswagen bugs in this.
Yeah.
And if again you can see it's up in the driving mode now. That's why I had to cut the back end up so far, because I wanted it to go as low as I can, so the body sits right on the tires when the bags are down. So yeah, it's a little unique with the air ride and the intake and that on it.
That's awesome. Everybody, the show's going on today, Saturday and Sunday. Today is 10 to 9, and come out and see this car and all the other great, amazing cars here at this year's Rod and Custom Show. Thanks. Hey guys, it's Damien with the 260 Show. We're back with another car, an awesome Trans Am here with Ty. What do you got going on here today?
With the car?
Yeah, with the car, and then we'll get over to the...
All right. This is a real special car to me.
Yeah.
I've owned it most of my life, actually.
Really?
Bought it in about 1993.
Yeah.
So it's been in the family a long time. My wife and
3 years old.
Oh my gosh. My wife and I went on our first date in this car.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it is a part of the family.
Yeah.
It's a 1977 Trans Am. It would have been a banded edition,
Right.
black and gold without T-tops. But the whole front of the car is off of a 1972 Trans Am, which is actually quite rare. They were on strike that year. They didn't make a lot of cars. So they cut up a fairly valuable car to make this car. And this
It
is
was
how
made
I bought
exactly like that.
it. Well, when I bought it.
Okay.
Yeah, it came just with the normal 77 front end, but everything was added probably in the late 1980s, I was told. And so it was a custom built car. I've repainted it maybe 3 times since I've owned it.
Right.
Restored it several times, I guess. Added the newer rims. But the drivetrain's original, and it's still a slow old Pontiac.
Yeah. My first car was a 94 Firebird red.
Very cool.
So V6.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hey, got you down the road.
I was still trying to hang with
It's
everybody.
Good.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Pontiac. I wish they would bring them back, but
Yeah, keep dreaming.
yeah.
That's all we can do is dream
So
sometimes.
what do you got over there?
Well, I set up for the show. This is the second year of the show. The second year I've had a car in the show, and we were setting up the car, and I noticed there was no one here really selling any small souvenirs to take home.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different sponsors here, but I asked the powers that be, Mark and the other folks, I said, could I bring in some old die casts to sell?
Yeah.
And so I have a little
Hot
Hot Wheels and Matchbox over there, anywhere from $1 to $10. Yeah, and they love it.
Love that stuff.
Absolutely, it's been a nice thing.
That's awesome. So you were here last year then?
Yeah, oh yeah.
What do you think of this year's?
What's really special about the show
Yeah.
is a variety. It's not overwhelmed with a lot of things. Some of the local shows you'll get 50 Corvettes pull in, which is, I love Corvettes, but it gets to be a bit much. There are Corvettes here, but there's a little bit of everything, and it's awesome. And it's our own little miniature world of wheels in Fort Wayne. I think it's only going to grow.
Yeah.
They said last year they had 10,000 people. I'm thinking
Through
12,
the door,
yeah, 12 to 15,000 this year. And so
last night was a good turnout.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was a nice bunch of people. Everyone's
good.
happy. They're just good to get out and see the world.
Yep. They're already lining up at the door to get in. And,
I know, it's the calm before the storm, I like to say.
So thank you.
Hey, thank you so much.
Have a good show, and stop by the booth, and we'll be here 10 to 9 today. So
awesome. It's gonna be a good show.
Thanks. Hey guys, it's Damien with the 260 Show. We're here with another awesome ride. You guys got a few rides here for the show this year. Ryan with the Harvester Homecoming. You guys got a show coming up at the end of this year?
Yep, our annual festival will be August 1st and 2nd this year out at the old truck factory. And you'll see scouts like these beautiful ones. This is the R190 that's part of International Motors collection, the classic International collection. And I brought it with the 1913 Auto Wagon on the back. I don't know that I've seen an older car here today, but I sneak another car into the show. Oh, no, it's just a payload.
Right, you know?
But, no, it's been fun. We love the show.
How'd you guys come about what you do?
So I had a Scout when I was a kid.
Okay.
Didn't know anything about where they came from. I just know I tore up a lot of stuff.
Right,
and drove it like crazy.
Like everybody.
I always wanted to get another one when I got older. When I moved to Fort Wayne, I called my dad one day and said, I think I can find a Scout up here. I see a bunch of them up here. He goes, hey, dummy, that's where they built them.
Right.
And I started looking into history. I ended up getting not a new Scout, a new version for me in 2018, and got some people talking. I did an article for the Journal Gazette newspaper about truck factory and my connection to it. which is where I work, and that led to we'll have a cruise in, which became a festival, which changed my life, and now we've got 70 trucks in our collection. We're the caretakers of the Corporate Internationals collection, and we're going to break ground on the new museum sometime next month. So.
That's awesome, which a lot of people don't know here in town is where they were made, you know?
Yeah, they mostly made bigger trucks like these.
Yeah.
It was the heavy-duty truck capital of the world, is what Fort Wayne was known as from 1923 to 1983. But they also made Scouts, but they made 3 times as many big trucks as they made Scouts. But it was a big deal, and a lot of people across the country knew the truck heritage here. And International was such a big brand. When they built the festival here, International was the 4th largest company in the world.
And it gave a lot of people around here jobs.
Oh,
yeah. Everybody around this area.
Yeah, and it was the best paying job. There's 10,600 worked out there at its peak. But when you consider all of the other shops and towing companies and Fruhoff trailers were built here, and you're probably talking 30, 40,000 people made their living off International.
Yeah.
And,
right here in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, and we did it as sort of a reunion. And you know, we got a chance to meet people who built them. If you bring your Scout to our show, you're going to talk to people that put it together, which is pretty rare.
Right.
And, just completed a documentary last year with PBS. And
yeah, I saw that actually. Yeah,
I started that on my own, and we partnered up with them. And so yeah, it's been a really whirlwind thing. And the funny thing is, Mark, who runs this show, our connection is the first year we had at our festival, he was involved with a club that helped park public cars.
Yep.
And we were hoping for maybe 200 trucks and 2,000 people. We had 600 trucks and 12,000 people show up.
Yeah.
And I wore that guy out that day, and we've always sort of had a funny connection because he'll never forget trying to squeeze all those people into our festival grounds.
Well, thanks for talking. When's your show?
August 1st and 2nd.
August.
Harvester Homecoming. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, harvesterhomecoming.com. You don't have to like trucks to come like this show because there's a lot of local history. It's full of local history.
Kid friendly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
we
love
have
big trucks.
Dune trucks. We take people on rides in. I mean, what kid doesn't like a big truck?
Right. Yeah. Well, thanks.
Yes, thank you.
And have a good show.
Yes.
And
you guys come out and do something out there if you want.
Good. Yeah. We'll see you upstairs here in a bit.
Yep.
And thanks.
Yep.
Hey guys, it's Damien with the 260 Show. We're back here at the Rod and Custom Show. We're here with Marcus. The embroidery, the only guy here that's upholstery, embroidering. Yeah. A little bit of everything.
Actually, I do quite a bit. I contacted Mark about the show last year, and we were unable to do a booth last year. And my buddy Holden, he's actually got a car over there. He was like, hey, you need to get a booth set up this year. So I contacted Mark, and for some reason, I was the only upholstery vendor here. I don't know what's up with that. I know from what I've been told, a lot of the older guys are passing it down to their sons. And so it's kind of a passing of the torches, if you must.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, what, you do everything, seats,
yeah,
what else?
So this is actually a Fox body Mustang seat. It has an open, this would come out of a convertible, so the headrest actually has the open hole so the wind can go through.
Right.
And I guess this is a hard to find seat if you're into Fox body.
Right, Fox body.
But this is going into a 72 Gran Torino Sport. And the guy, it's very interesting because the guy's got the Hot Wheel. It's red. He's got the little stripe down there. And his stock seats were they were horrible. So I said, you know, let's find a another type of a Ford
Right.
bucket,
Yeah.
newer style, so it's going to be more comfortable that way. And we found this from a buddy of mine over down by Bluffton, and his car was red. We wanted black interior, and I said, let's get some red stitching to, you know, kind of make it stand out. And then I was like, how about some piping? And then he had mentioned that he wanted to do the Hot Wheel build. Right. So I was like, how about some Hot Wheels logos in the up there in the top? Awesome. And so obviously this is the passenger seat, but obviously the driver's seat matches as well. And then there's a third one in the back that will match.
Bench seat.
Yeah.
So where are you out of then?
I am actually outside of Marion.
Marion, okay.
So, yeah,
so not too far from here.
No, I'm an hour south.
Anybody looking, you know, to get your seats done or any of that? This looks amazing.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So this is your first show here then?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually did the factory life thing for 23 years, and actually worked for a local factory up here because the Marion one closed, and I was driving back and forth. Right. And I had dabbled in upholstery. I'd built a mini truck back in 2002, had a custom paint job on it. That was when Air Ride was first coming out, and the Alpine flip screens were first, you know, they were $3,000 back then just for that. And the spinners, and I had, you know, and I did that. And my mentor, which I'm going to mention his name because you know, I was maybe 26 at the time, and originally I'd done it in crushed velvet. And he's a guy in Wabash, Charlie Zinn. So I appreciate you taking me under your wing the way you did, and much appreciated. I would not be here if it was not for you doing that, because he took me under his wing, and I was like, I want to do tweed interior. Right. And he's like, well, I'll show you how to do it, but you're gonna do it. Right. So I did it, and I think upholstery is something you kind of got to have a knack for. You definitely have to have an interest for it, because you know, there's a lot of people. It's
not something you can just throw on there.
Right, and a lot of people, you know, they watch these shows, and a lot of the builds on them TV shows, they focus on, you know, like paint and body or the engine, and there's only a couple you know, maybe a couple minutes section of upholstery. Right. And, you know, people think it's quick, but it's not, you know. I mean, I probably changed my mind 3 or 4 times on how I wanted to do this, you know, and sometimes I'll do it partway through. It just depends, but I mean, you definitely have to have a knack for it, and I think Charlie recognized that. And you know, to this day, whenever I have any questions, you know, I kind of give him a call. Or there was another guy, Tom Gosser, down in he's from Jonesboro area, which is outside of Gas City. The late great Pat Mitchell, I'd like to pay respects to him. He just passed away a couple years ago, but they worked at Ride and Leather. They did a lot of motorcycle stuff. They actually we're doing the Bad Dad stuff. So I'd like to give my respects to them as well, and the mentoring that they did to help me get to where I am today as well.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks for letting us talk to you. And definitely, you guys are looking to get some upholstery done for your car. Definitely check him out. We'll show everybody and everything. And thanks for being at the show. And
I'm glad
have a good time.
I'm definitely glad to be a part of it. I've you know, I've been busting my butt the past, say, 3 to 5 years, kind of just here and there. You know, people hit me up. You know, they hear that I do upholstery, and unfortunately, I feel like I said, you know, mentioned earlier, it's a passing of the torches. That's kind of what's going on. I just turned 50, so I'm looking to maybe do this the next 30 years, you know? So we'll see how it goes.
Well, we're going to be here Saturday and Sunday, guys. Come and check us out.